that one that wants it the most will win, right? The one that do not hesitate, that goes forward and believes he will win, will win. But there are other lessons you can get from that thought. And one thing that is very valuable for you to think about when you want to win the fight using your head is to think about planning. If you plan your training well, you can, on this training session here or in 1 week time, go from here to here. You cannot do the same with physical training. You cannot do the same with your cardio endurance. Those are accumulative over time. But using your head and with proper training, you go from here to here in 1 day. Now, it can be challenging because if you think about athletes from football, for instance, they have someone planning their training. They have someone thinking about their body type, their game, their opponent, and they make that design of their training. So for us in jiu-jitsu, we don't have someone thinking about us individually. Our sport is not on that level of professionalism yet. So we have to do both. We are the athletes. We have a coach, like today I am the coach here, but it's a team training. The training we do has the principles all athletes need to succeed in competition. But if you're very flexible, if you're recovering from an injury, if you have a special grip that you can use, that next level of planning, of strategizing, you need to do yourselves. So you are at the same time the athlete and your own coach. It is harder, but I don't know what's better, because when you are a jiu-jitsu athlete and you are put into that situation, you have to do a lot of thinking and you have to do a lot of planning for yourself. You can't get lazy. If you get lazy, you become that guy that trains lots of hours every day, but he doesn't improve. You have tons of examples of athletes like that. I don't even think that the ones that win the most are always the ones that spend more hours on the mats or in doing physical training. I think there are a lot of times the ones that spend good amount of time on the mats and on training. They do the hard work, but they're also smart. They're intelligent. They know their strong things. They know their weaknesses. They understand their opponent. They know their strong things, their weaknesses. So they attack where they're weak. They bring the fight to where they are strong. And that gives them an edge. I was saying I don't know what's better, because for us we do a lot of thinking. Then when we are not athletes anymore, that same planning, that same thinking habits will be translated to other things that we need. If you want to manage a school, you will have to do the same thinking, the same planning. If you want to manage your marriage, you have to do the same thinking, the same planning. If you're lazy, if you don't think, you just screw up over and over, or you stagnate, right? Now, in practical terms, where I think you can get an edge and win the tournaments is training hard, doing the hard work. Don't need to do anything crazy. You don't need to put yourself through injuries. You don't need to take steroids or anything like that. But now, when you watch a video from your opponent, when you schedule with your friend to do 1 hour of drills, certain techniques that you want to do for yourself, for your game, or when you come with something in mind to train at this training session here, When you make time to go and buy certain foods that will result on better performance for you. When you do not go to that party over the weekend, that's when you get the edge. That's the planning I am talking about.